Alrighty guys, it is time, as you can see, to do the Monkey Ace review. Alright, so let's do kind of the same thing as last time. I'm just kind of going to gloss through it and leave it here as much as possible so you can kind of soak in the information, because I think straight me just spitting words and words and words and words out for like a half hour nonstop is going to be a lot, and I don't think it's very enjoyable. So I'm going to try and keep this shorter, but at least you guys have all the information here. So there we go. And then that's the power of video. You could pause and everything like that. All right, so Monkey Ace, let's see. So round 12 to 21. Also, by the way, before I start, I know these rounds, some of them seem really weird, like compared to the strength of the tower. But honestly, a lot of it comes from luck, like RNG of the Ace Micro, blah blah blah, all that kind of stuff. So take the rounds with a massive grain of salt. Okay, like a plate-sized grain of salt. Because it all depends on your ability to micro. If you want to micro and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, to start off, 000 Ace, roughly 12 to 21. Not bad for $800. That's not a bad efficiency. I mean, it's okay, but definitely compared to other towers, even just like the Buccaneer next to it, it did better. The tack shooter did better. Anyway, you get it. So not super, but not bad by any means. Then you get a few extra rounds on the first tier, but it's much more expensive. It's a lot less efficient. Not very nice, but I mean, hey, it just shoots faster, right? So you can't expect too much. For $650, shooting faster, okay. Second tier, another few rounds. We go from pinks to purples, so it's a little bit better. Many more rounds before dying, though, but a little bit more before losing a life. For $700. So yes, it's less efficient, but honestly, it's actually not that bad. It's slightly more reliable that way. Third tier, really doesn't change much at all. Honestly, the round life changed a little bit, but I think it's mostly because of the micro than anything else. So it's roughly the same for an extra $1,000. So for $1,000, you get anti-Moab missiles, and if I remember correctly, you could go check the Monkey Ace top path is tier 1, 2, 3, 4 testing for the exact number, but I think when I tested the anti-Moab missiles, it's like 3-ish shots or something like that to pop a Moab. So 3 anti-Moab missiles pops a Moab. So it's definitely pretty good, but for $1,000, it's meh. Let's say it's a nice like round 40 thing, and then it's a transition stage. 400, much better, goes up to ceramics, many more rounds it survives, but also you double the price, so its efficiency is going to be a little bit worse. But honestly, not terrible. 160 is not awful, considering that the fourth tier Buccaneer is actually a little bit less efficient, and the fourth tier? Oh, the Monkey Sub. Oh, that was actually more efficient. Never mind. But it's kind of like in the middle range right there. See? Now, the most interesting, I think, in this is the fifth tier. So the Sky Shredder. First of all, nice rounds. Okay, 78 to 89, roughly. That's actually pretty good. And only for about $30,000. So its efficiency is moderate. I'd say it's pretty good. It's around the 400-ish mark. So that is good efficiency, but not awesome, right? Just good, solid. As for which cross paths to go for, again, this is probably gonna come with RNG, right? But from what I saw, it seems like the bottom path is better. I'm not entirely sure why, but it's a little bit better. And so obviously it's slightly more efficient because it costs roughly the same. Alright, middle path. Let's see. So adds barely any rounds. Exploding Pineapple doesn't really do much, but it's really cheap. So honestly, its efficiency is actually pretty good. Stays pretty good. Camo detection. I mean, it didn't really change anything because there's only one camo. It's on around 24 and there. But again, it's only 350, so I guess that that kind of compensates, so the efficiency is bad, but it's not terrible yet. Bombs, gosh, I forgot, Bomber Ace, thank you. The Bomber Ace, much better, because bombs are actually quite powerful. Many more rounds. $900 is actually kind of cheap. I mean, granted, this is medium mode, but still. So its efficiency is almost the same as the second tier. Fourth tier, goes to Moabs instead of ceramics. For groups, space, still ceramics. This is literally all about randomness. Like, the bomb's already powerful enough. It's all about how many balloons can it drop bombs onto. It's really random. However, it did do better before losing a life, and roughly the same. But, oh man, $18,000. Oh, because this is a ground zero, that's why. I see. Yeah, this is a ground zero. And ground zero, I think, made it up to ZOMGs before losing. So, for the ability, I mean. So, yeah, his efficiency is, meh. It's moderate. I'm going to say that. It's moderate, but it's not super. Now, the ultimate superstar bomba, big, explosion, whatever. Actually, pretty bad. I mean, ceramics and Moabs, okay. But, and this is where we see a massive fluctuation in the rounds. It looks like the top path is much better, and it probably is at least a bit better. But there was a lot of random luck involved. The RNG, again, stands for random number generator. There's a lot of that involved, and I think that's what caused it to do, like, almost double. Okay, almost double for life, and, like, I don't know, plus 20% or whatever rounds to the before dying. So obviously it's going to be more efficient because it got higher in terms of rounds, but yeah, I mean, I want to say the top cross path is better, but it might just be RNG, so you might need to do your own little, 5-10 minute sandbox test to confirm that, or challenge it, or whatever you want to test it on, But I'm leaning towards top path is better, and it would make sense too, because it fires faster and it shoots more darts. Well, the darts is not really important, but fires faster, and I believe, based on the results, correct me if I'm wrong, okay? Please leave a comment down below if I do get something wrong. But I do believe that firing faster includes the bombs. I think the bombs drop faster than if you don't take that path. But I could be wrong, so don't take my word for it. Do not take my word for it. Obviously, the bottom path is the best, like out of all of them, okay? First tier, yeah, I mean, it added a few rounds for $500, so definitely less efficient, okay? The second tier did exactly the same thing, and it cost $300. It's like $300 for almost nothing, in the sense that it only gives you centered path. And honestly, the centered path targeting is really not a good targeting, in my opinion. So it's kind of a useless upgrade in that sense. Obviously, it's going to be worse off. Third tier, never miss targeting. Now that gets better because you go from pink to ceramic, pink to rainbow. Awesome. Doubles the rounds. It's just massive power spike. But you also slightly more than double the price tag, the money needed to buy it. And so that's why the efficiency is close to the same, except for price per round death. That's what this means. In which case it's actually much worse, but because I don't know, it's like a third more or something like that. Fourth tier, ZOMG's BFBs, another massive power spike. It went all the way to around 81 for $28,000. This is like a T5 of something else. 343 is a pretty standard, a pretty standard efficiency, let's say. It's pretty good. And then the fifth tier, now the Flying Fortress. Let's see which one's the best Flying Fortress. Let's see, bad, okay, and the number next to it, so bad 80 means bad balloons on round 80. Bad balloons on round 100, bad balloons on round 110, and so on and so forth. Now, I do explain a little bit, I explained a little bit last video, the whole ramping thing, but I think it's starting around 80, balloons ramp up in health and speed, just a tiny bit, and it keeps going on and on. So a bad balloon on round 80 is not going to be the same as a round 1 bad balloon, in terms of, like, sandbox testing, for example. And, and the higher up you go, even one round, it'll make it slightly more health, it'll give it slightly more health, and make it slightly faster. So that's why bad 80, bad 90, bad 110, and such. So that's the ramping BAD that it lost to. So it beat the one right before it. And I usually go by increments of 10 rounds. So if this one is bad 80, that means he beat the bad 1, because bad 70 is the same as bad 1, but he loses to 80. Obviously 103, 106, 111. So this is the highest round so far ever achieved by a tower. But it's also over $110,000. That's hell of expensive. So his efficiency, yeah, it's not very good. It is not very good. But if you play right, usually space is going to be the issue, or lag. And this tower is a great, gives you great power per lag ratio. Now, of course, I don't test that on like whatever. That's, honestly, it really depends on your device and all that kind of stuff. But point is, high round, high price, not too good, but it's still a good tower. Anyway, and it's a global tower, so who doesn't like global towers? Now, let's see. Top crosspath is better. The 205 is, well, obviously it's better. Shoots faster and more darts. It's gonna mean more power than just giving it pineapples and camo detection. Even if it gives you extra camo damage, that's you know. So yeah, it's slightly more efficient. Now let's compare it to others a little bit. So let's see. I'm gonna say 370. Well, I'm gonna say, okay, 400. No, whatever. Almost 400, 1,000, and 1,000. No, okay, 400, 1,300, 1,000. Let's see. So Monkey Buccaneer is much worse. It's worse than the submarine. Let's see, Sniper. Actually, it's a bit better than Sniper, because Sniper Top Path is awful in terms of, but you know, still. Worse than Dart Monkey. Or sorry, better than Dart Monkey, I meant, because 400, 1,400, and 1,000. Oh wait, hold on, 1,000? 1,400, 1,000, 400. Actually, it's worse. Whoa, okay. Much worse than the Boomerang. Worse than, hold on, 1,400, 1,000, 4. Whoa, it's about as efficient as a bomb shooter. Well, I mean, a little bit more, but it's absolutely crazy. So overall, not very efficient, but not too bad, honestly. It's just that it's kind of expensive, but otherwise it does a pretty good job. So yes, we went over which crosspath was better. None of them make money, so that's not gonna do much. Ability-wise, oh yeah, the Sarbamba, ability-wise, it pops all the way to BADs. You know, that's pretty straightforward. It doesn't do good damage against the BAD. So if you need some money to get a BAD, to pop a BAD, don't go for a Sarbamba. It's probably better to even go for, like, okay, maybe not Sticky Bomb, but definitely Grandmaster Bomber. Sorry, Master Bomber, definitely better. But try to think of something that's in the price tag or cheaper than the Sarbamba. But oh, Carpeted Spikes. That's probably slightly cheaper, maybe, and it does a way better job against the Bad Balloon. Yeah, honestly, yeah, that's about it for the Monkey Ace review. Yeah, that's nice. I kept it kind of short. All right, nice little, 15-minute video-ish. All right. So if you enjoyed this testing, just stay tuned for next video. Not tomorrow, but the day if the day after, if I didn't forget something. It should be the day after. Then, or I mean, leave a comment if you want a specific tower to be tested. Otherwise, if I don't see any comments, it'll be the heli pilot, the helicopter. That'll be the next tower to test, which is gonna be so much easier in terms of micro, because it just follows my mouse. There, done. Follow my mouse. It's gonna be so much easier. Oh, so looking forward to that. Hopefully you are too. If you haven't already, and you watch this content at least kind of regularly, I recommend subscribing to the channel. It's literally one click away. So just click the subscribe. There we go. It's done. And if you're dissatisfied or you change your mind, you click once on that same icon and bang, you're unsubscribed. So so if you do enjoy this, please do subscribe. It actually means a whole lot to this channel, to me. To the channel. It helps it grow so that I can make better content for you guys. So thank you for those of you who've done it, and hope you have a really good day.